Hello everybody, in today's video we are going to be doing a run where we have 4 members and they will be using hero units and their elements fire unit, Springtrap HHM. Now CJ, despite being chalked by OMC, he is doing Golden Freddy and neutral units only. He is using bullies of 83, Follow Me, Crying Child, Cupcake, Balloon Boy. Next we have Foxy 12, Foxy 0, but we will refer to him as Doors. He brought fire units, so that is Springtrap, and fire units like Headless, Horseman Mangle, Grave Lord Foxy, Phantom Mangle, Cerberus Freddy, and Popcorn Bot. Next up is Shark, and he has brought Nightmare Fredbear, and he has brought with him the Dark type element units. He brought Nightmare Fredbear, Blighted Nightmare Cupcake, Deadeye Nightmare Mangle, and Tarnished. Next up is me, and I am doing OMC, and he is water type only, and it's most likely the strongest team. We don't know, depends on how strong the dark element team is. And then you have McDexter, and he just here for the vibes. Pretty chill guy. Anyway, let's move on to Endless. Really quick, I just want to say what my units were, and I brought Ankh, Yeti, Frozen King Foxy, Leviathan, Shark Withered Foxy, and Frostmancer Withered Bonnie. May have brought too much slowing, but whatever. Here is the bullies of 83, and yeah, they are a starter, and yeah, I will be making a video on them soon, but go ahead and watch CJ's video on them. Anyway, fast forward to all my units being maxed out. Also, I won't be covering the Nightmare units, as they just got added, and I made a video on them. The others you may need a refresher about. Geez, we are already on wave 80? But anyway, OMC's stats are pretty good, doing 1495 DPS. Okay, so his ability has the highest energy with HPB taken to a pool, 6 seconds in it, and this also makes bosses take to 100% more damage. The next ability has OMC power all water units by 10% more damage, 25% more range, and 10% lower cooldown. Oh bro, wait, I forgot one. OMC attacks enemy with 25% or less of their HP left and does to 100% more damage. Next, when the base reach 0 health, it prevents death and deal 166% of its damage and stuns the enemies for 6 seconds. Now we have Frozen King Foxy, and he does 18 damage, and he is pretty good. So his ability is kinda bugged. When it is activated, it says it allows you to place it anywhere, however it doesn't work, but the rest of his passive does. After it is placed, it will attack, and after 2 seconds its CD will be decreased by 10% for 3 seconds. Now he slows by 25%, and he deals 20% more damage from water units. Next, his last ability has enemy who are dealt by his Bifrost will deal 3% of this unit's damage every seconds until it dies. Yep, this is gonna be a long video. Next is Shark Withered Thing, and he does pretty decent damage, 1487 DPS, not bad. My bum didn't choose its passive, but basically the longer an enemy is in range, the more damage Shark will deal to it, that's 2% every second. Next is Leviathan, and it does 2819 DPS, and it's not bad at all. Every 25 seconds a wave will be spawned, and it deal 80% of this unit's damage and slows by 25%, and every time a wave happens, its damage goes up by 5% each time, all the way to 25%. Next is Yeti, and it does 1987.9 DPS. Okay, so its ability when activated, it does 150% of this unit's damage, and spawns a clone that is summoned onto the track, and then goes full out 20 seconds. Next it's Slash, and when an enemy has more than 80% heat, it does 50% damage in a line. So he spawns one of 2 enemies, a spent once that does 25% of its damage, then next a Sensei that dead 45% of its damage. Okay, so Frostmancer does 579 DPS, and that isn't good, but it's slower. What makes it one of the best units in the game? Also, it slows by 15% due to the snowmen around it, and there are 2 of them. That's all my units now via units, and he was neutral, so first he brought the bullies up 83. They do 882, and before you say it's buns, it has a passive, and it's a starter. So its first passive, which is an ability, has it do 3 knockback and 20% damage every second, and I assume that knockback pushes the enemy back a little bit. Its next passive has them use the crying cannon, which has a launcher that is like a rocket launcher, and the ammo is crying child. Oh, also when crying cannon is active, it does 50% more damage. Next I'd follow me, and does 1050 DPS, and it's not bad. It dismantles units and gains 75% of the unit's damage. Next is crying child, and he slows by 10% and apply 25% withered for 8 seconds. He also brought cupcakes, which do 5% of damage CD and range, and he brought BB, and he boosts the range of units by 2% each upgrade. Now for the main star, the golden bear himself. He dies 868 DPS, and that is not bad. When the ability is activated, it does 150% more damage. Every 30 seconds it stubs enemies for 2 seconds, and enemies take 20% more damage. So basically he received 2% damage, or 0.8% in endless, and every wave, it goes up until it reached 100%. Next, every 20 seconds he increases his damage and cooldown and range by 100%, and his cooldown goes down by 50%. Next is Doors, and he has Popcorn Bot, Cerberus, Nightmare Endo, Gravelord, and Springtrap. Popcorn Bot does 396 DPS. Next his passive has Spicy and Sweet. Spicy has it do burn, which is 35% for 3 seconds. Sweet boosts the unit stats by 5% for 7 seconds. Cerberus is decent, 579 DPS is a yikes. Its passive isn't better either. Next is Nightmare Endo, and it dies 567 DPS and no passive. Okay, so Phantom Mangle is decent for 113 DPS, and its passive isn't a every 20 seconds and causes 50% of its damage and a 6% to do 25% more damage. Okay, so Gravelord does 1421 DPS, and it summons that goes up to 150k HP. Next is Springtrap, and his damage isn't good or bad. Okay, so Ignited Rage has his damage go up by 100%, and yeah, it's a. So Springtrap throws his axe does to 0.5% bleed. The cooldown for the passive will go down depending on how many fire units are placed down, and it deals more damage from fire units. I would show Sharks, but we are almost dead, so I'll show an event, Endless too. Like 20 seconds later, holy. Okay, so CJ and Doors had to go, and so you'll remember McDexter from the intro. Well, he came, but don't worry, CJ and Doors were not fully gone. The video is long enough, I won't explain the Nightmare's passives, but yeah, he is very good unit. Nightmare Mangle stuns and does good damage. Next is Blighted, and he does 1533 DPS, could be a lot better TBH. His passive is not really better. Next is Tarnished, and he does 2615 damage, and to point for range, not a bad unit, and his passive is pretty good. Which event 15 seconds has him do 8 fast attacks that do 15% more damage each, and apply 40% bleed for 4 seconds. Next we got Nightmare Cupcake as a starter, and this little guy is Kenda, crazy, doing 346 DPS. Wave 100 for not bad. Alrighty boys, we got CJ and Doors back on, however Doors' Wi-Fi is axing up, so do be aware of that. Guys, the game's cooked. Why are there 5 omics and so much nightmare? Fredbears, we found a bug. Has this happened to anyone else? That took forever, and 200 was a good spot to stop, so we died. We're not done yet. As you see, I am gonna do game for night 6 nightmare. Ooh, I have enough agony for something really quick. Video on them and Nightmare Chica soon. But yeah, thank you to CJ, Shark, and Doors, and mcdexter for helping me with this video. So yeah, that will be all. See y'all guys later, and here's us dancing. Also, Doors wasn't able to make it for this last part. See y'all guys.